Hi guys, good morning, afternoon, and evening. Welcome to Jacob the Analyst YouTube channel. Today it's just going to be straight reporting. I do want to cover and focus mainly on the 100 meters that took place in Poland this past weekend with Sha'Carri, Richardson, and the other group of ladies. So this is just reporting on each athlete because sometimes I just don't know who some of them are, outside from the most popular ones. So I'm just going to try to cover everyone in this video. But before I start, make sure you guys hit the like button if you enjoy this program and share our videos. It helps us out. Also, if you have been keeping up with Track and Ace, make sure you are subscribed to his channel. He has most of the best long form content that I have ever seen. And I literally go out and play it in my car if it's long trips or if I'm jogging. Very entertaining. I can't duplicate it. He's not duplicatable. Guys, if you love track and field, then you have to check out Track and Ace. And right now, for the track and field YouTubers in this space, we're going through a video track apocalypse where NBC or whoever, I think it's some agency that is affiliated with that network and track and field, USATF, are going in and doing funny things to our videos. So right now, you've seen me kind of change format a little bit here and there. I used to do more clips and all that stuff. I have those as part of shorts, and if you like videos, you could also check out my Twitter link, and I'll have information on where to find me on Twitter, where I'll post all the videos and clips. But I can't really be posting clips anymore on this channel, and that kind of forces me to actually work on my delivery, be more entertaining, be more engaging, look at the camera, all these things that I've took for granted now that I can't really post that much clips. I just don't want to be a boring square type of dude. So I'll be really coming at you with more energy in our engagements, and thank you for joining. All right, so I have a script here, and while I read the script that I've put together, because sometimes I can't remember and recall times if it's a 1078 she ran or a 1076, and there's so much information that it's silly when Track for All, and shouts out to my subscriber out there, has to point out little things here and there. And that helps me become better, but that also tells me I need to write things down. There's a difference between a 1085 and a 1076, guys. Even a hundredth of a second difference in track and field. If you're really serious about the sport, then it's like, okay. Or if it's something with illegal wind, you have to account for that. It's all these things that me as an analyst, I gotta look at and really have to point it really clearly. So I'm going to do my best to really prepare scripts, but at the same time, not try to be robotic in delivery. And that's going to be my hard time doing it. But thank you, NBC News, for really stretching us, because I think what doesn't hurt to us, you guys have heard that, just makes you stronger at the end of the day. All right, so going back to my focus mode, and I got the shirt for you guys. I was doing the sweats before, and the t-shirt thing, that's just not me. I don't like it. I only did it because of nationals. And when you're doing recordings every single day and having to keep up with all these different types of races, you don't really have time to prepare. But since we are post-nationals, I got some time to iron a shirt on, put something nice for you guys, and, just try to be the best version of myself, as they say. Okay, so let's begin. This is the extended version of the last video I did with a long sleeve shirt this time. The women's 100 meter race that took place in Poland. Let us recap here. First off, I'm tipping my hat off again to phenomenal Sha'Carri Richardson. This season, her performances have been nothing short of great. She takes to the track, runs full speed, incredible endurance in the Nationals 200 meter dash. Left most of us, and all including myself, as she blazed through the finish line, clinching an impressive second place at the Nationals. First place, obviously, in Poland, Diamond League. The spirit and athletic resilience for the year is unmatched, guys. And if I'm wrong, let me know below in the comments if you know of anyone similar or better. I'll take it. If else, nobody can compare to Richardson this season. Richardson this year is the national champion in the 100 meters and keeps exceeding my own expectations. But again, how about you guys? Let me know in the bottom of the comment section. The cherry on top is the polar, or let's just say the reflection of popular topic of discussion. Who is best, Sharika Jackson or Sha'Carri Richardson? However, in this event, Richardson finished with a 10.76 at the Poland Diamond League, entering the debate for the time being for the year. There will be arguments that if the race is run again, Sharika Jackson will be prepared and win, but we need to acknowledge Richardson's performance in the present, as I said in the last video. Her personal best this season is a 10.71, which matches her season's best, as I already mentioned. She has also beaten Sharika Jackson twice this year, and thank you, one of my subscribers, Mr. Thomas, for noting that in the last video where the matchup was in Doha, Qatar, that took place earlier this year. Another Diamond League event under legal win. Jackson came second with a time of 10.85, and Richardson ran an amazing jaw-dropping time of 10.76. So I don't think there is any debate on who is the fastest at the moment. And I'm hoping that conversation has been squashed until Worlds. We will see. Regardless, I do want to give credit to second place winner Sharika Jackson. She is really stepping up to be the leader for the Jamaican women for the year, with Elaine Thompson-Herah not qualifying at the Jamaican Nationals, which I kind of surprised because I thought last year Elaine would take some rest time and be better. And I made that prediction video of her hopefully coming back and running that 10.54 as she did prior. And we all know that Shelly and Fraser-Pryce seem to have lost a little bit of a step this season, but it's not been too bad. But again, Fraser-Pryce did make it through her national competition, and since she won the 100 meters at Worlds last year, she's eligible, from my understanding, to compete in the finals again this year, like Aithen Moe and Sydney McLaughlin-Levroni. Both ladies, Shelly and Elaine, will definitely, I think, be top 7 at Worlds at the high level they are running currently. I don't expect anything else. The other thing I want to mention is they seem to be maturing out of the sport and getting into the retirement phase. And I just want to say that nicely because they have put a lot of miles. They have won a lot of things. And so what happens is I think we can expect athletes like Kimber Nelson and Brianna Williams, which I have made videos about in the past, to really steal some of that spotlight in terms of their resources, attention, and all that energy will be focused towards them. That's typically what the Jamaicans have done in the past, and by passing on that fire onto the younger generation. So I do see that happening. Now, one of my favorite athletes next to Richardson has always been Tanisha Terry, finishing 4th place in this competition right behind Iwa Swoboda. Terry's best season was last year when Richardson was not running, so I find that interesting, as both of them are friends and training buddies. She also ran more events last year prior to nationals compared to this year, so a lot of factors to consider there. So great race for Terry. I wish some spotlight could go her way, but hopefully she's the 3rd person to make it onto the United States relay pool for Worlds. I haven't seen who's going to be on the list. Hopefully it comes this week. But if you guys know, let me know. And if you don't already know, strong chance that Melissa Jefferson and Tamara Clark will also be present in that relay pool. But I am not 100% certain. It's more likely, but not certain. All right, so 2 more athletes worth noting are Swoboda and Gina Lueckenkemper. Why am I talking about these athletes? Some of you guys are going to say they're not fast enough. Well, hey, they are popular European athletes. So when we get into the European Championships, which is like a 2-week, week and a half thing, they are going to be buzzing, and you're going to hear their names because Germany kicks ass like they did last year, and so does the UK. So let's go ahead with Swoboda and Lueckenkemper. Consistently improving their times bit by bit. Swoboda's personal best is a 10.94, while Lueckenkemper finished with a time of 11.09 in this particular race. With the European Championships approaching, keep an eye on Swoboda and Lueckenkemper again, as they could secure top spots in Europe, and that's more of a high probability. Again, the purpose of me looking at these athletes, we got to stay knowledgeable, guys. If you like track and field, you can't just only know Sha'Carri, Richardson, Terry, Sydney. Broaden your horizons a bit, because there's other names out there, especially when you travel. If you travel to Germany and you talking to a track fan, and you're like, oh, have you heard of Gina Lueckenkemper? Well, you could tell them you heard that from me. Okay, let us take a look at Lueckenkemper's stats for the year. German indoor champion in the 60 meters with a time of 7:17. And German outdoor champion in the 100 meters with a time of 11:03. Obviously, not anything close to the top U.S. lady achievers, but much respect to close times regardless. Lueckenkemper participated with several of our ladies while competing in the U.S., where she ran in the 4x100 Olympic development meet, which I'm just finding out right now. Those ladies finished second with a time of 43.06. So it's interesting, Lueckenkemper running with other athletes in the track circuit. You had in that relay Moria Aurora Demps. If I destroy that name, please forgive me. I'll do better next time. You had Angie Analyst, and I know Silera Barnes. Definitely cool athletes. Okay, now if we look at Swoboda stats of Poland, similar to Lueckenkemper, she is Polish, indoor champion in the 60 meters this season with an amazing time of 7:10, and European indoor champion in the 60 meters with a time of 7:09, finishing second place to Gina Lueckenkemper, who finished that time with a 7-second flat, which is typical of Kambuji in the 60. Kambuji has a really nice reaction speed, does plenty of reaction drills. I saw the footage. I was like, yeah, she could outrun me any day. If we look at relative speeds for the season in the 60-meter indoor, Lueckenkemper is ranked 30th overall and Swoboda is ranked 12th. Top 5 on this list, you have Aaliyah Hobbs, Julian Alfred, Gina Lueckenkemper, Dina Asher-Smith, and Jason Sears. And just for the outdoor 100 meters this season already, overall, Lueckenkemper is ranked 24th overall with a time of 11 flat, and Swoboda is 11th overall with a time of 10:94. And top 5 in the 100 overall in the world in this order as of right now, you have Sharika Jackson, Sha'Carri Richardson, Mary Jose Talu, Joy Alfred, and Aaliyah Hobbs. Okay, now let's take a look at other races that participated in this race. So let's take a look at some other folks and your stats for the season. We had Daryl Anita. She finished 5th overall with a time of 11:01. She was UK's indoor champion in the 60 meters with a time of 7:17, and 3rd place in the European Athletics Indoor Championship with a time of 7:12 in the 60. And she averaged about 11 flat in the 100 meters this season and about a 22:30 in the 200 meters. I can definitely see her finishing top 7 in the 200 meters at Worlds if she decides to do that race instead of the 100 meters like she did last season. It just seems like there's too much competition in the 100 meters this year, especially with Richardson in it and Tamari Davis, who's really killing that event. And let us take a look at Antoinique Strachan of the Bahamas, finished 6th with a time of 11:05, averaged about a 7:30 in the 60 meters and about 11:10, 11:15 in the 100 meters, and 22:50 in the 200 meters. With Strachan, she is peaking in age already at 29, but still a pretty decent national champion. So at least it's great for local runners to have somebody to compete with. But on the world stage, it is a bit of a tough one there. Now, let us take a look at Zoe Hobbs of New Zealand. They call her the Oceania national champion 2-time. Whenever I hear that word, guys, I think of the lost city of Atlantis, Aquaman, and Mermaid. So Oceania is definitely an interesting name there. Zoe Hobbs finished 8th at this competition. No relation to Aaliyah Hobbs of the U.S. Decent 100-meter runner, averaging 11:07 this season. Already participated in 3 Diamond League events already. So she's racking up points, but it's about, maybe she has about 10 points by now. I really don't know how else these ladies can improve their speeds at this point. The differentials are so small, but they just have to keep on chipping at every hundredth of a second. Overall, if they can stay relatively competitive in your nation state, I think that is good enough. If I go back to TT Terry, how can she improve? I'm so used to calling her TT Terry. I just have to call her TT or Tanisha Terry. But I mean, like, honestly, I think Tanisha Terry is already fast enough. And in track and field, it's really about managing your time and beating your personal best. That's really all it comes down to. And I've said this a long time ago. You can't really focus on what other people's times are and how you're running, because when you're at that stage, you're literally fighting against yourself. And it also takes away the pressure from you. So when you're chipping off tenths of a second here and there, it all adds up later on, as long as you stay mentally focused. But it's tough. It's tough for me because there's a lot of good food and I like to eat. So that's probably why my track career literally died, because I just like food so much. Okay, and the last athlete is, I'm going to destroy this name, Sha'Carri Forbes of Jamaica, age 27, 60-meter outdoor and not indoor. So yeah, she ran the 60-meter indoor. She ran it with 7:02 in legal wind of 2, averaging 11:18 in the 100 meters outdoor and a 23:2 VIS 2 in the 200 meters. Clarification, 23:2 in the 200 meters. That is her average this season. She's averaging as most of the top tier runners, but hey, it does not matter because she is on the list to worlds, finishing second in the 100 meter Jamaican championships with her time of 10:96. Now, all these ladies that I have covered qualify for worlds, and Terry more than likely will be placed in the relay pool. I don't have confirmation on that yet, but we will see. The qualifying standards for the 100, if we go to the World Athletics page, is 11:08, and for the 200, it is a 22:60. Next video, I'll cover Natalia and Lynn Irby's Jackson's race in the 400 meters and 3,000 meters with Friwani Haliu of, I believe she is of Kenya, and Ellie Haynes of the United States. Very exciting, very exciting. Make sure you like, subscribe. I always like feedback. Leave feedback. Definitely want to make this interesting. I do want to improve my engagement because that's where the future of track and field is. And I saw one comment on Track and Ace's post of, one subscriber said something that I really agreed on. Track and field, we're so used to seeing 1 or 2 minute comment, and everyone's so used to the flash, like the whole picture thing and the clips and stuff. That's cool, but we got to go back to actual commentary. And I know that I have room to improve. I kind of see myself a bit as just being too square. So it's one thing that I want to improve on, because no, I'm not going to have the flashy graphic clips and all those clips. As I said, you can visit Twitter, but I honestly think the best long form content creator of track and field is Track and Ace. And it just has a more exciting beat to it. So definitely make sure you are also subscribed to his channel. And I'm going to have a link to his YouTube channel in the description so you can take note, because I think that's what we're lacking. We just don't have excitement. Sometimes we have drama. Drama is good sometimes, but I'm seeing the 1 to 2 minute videos. It just doesn't, I just don't feel it, or I don't even feel those flashy 5-minute videos sometimes. Well, maybe that's just me. There is a long way to go in this sport, and I think as a sport, it's going to get there, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some trials and tribulation and all that good stuff. But again, it really has to make you stronger at the end of the day, and creativity. I post a lot of my creativity while I am talking about that on YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts gives me the way of actually posting and highlighting clips and really being creative there. So definitely check those shorts out. But that is where I can actually cheat and put all the clips on there for now until they tell me not to. And that day is going to happen. And when that day happens, hey, we also have Twitter. So let me pull up Twitter while I am talking to you guys. And you can find me on Twitter. Go ahead and follow. That's how they call it. Twitter.com. And it's taken over by Elon Musk. And Elon Musk, I think he will have a better approach to managing data, information, and videos. All right, guys, that's all I have. Next video, I'm going to try to read some of you guys' comments and post those and reply back. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.